Starting in the 1900s, basically what happened is that the first initial forms of tagging were born, where it was called hobo writing or hobo street art. People would tag freight trains and different types of subways in order to kind of make their mark or initiate this form of communication. It soon evolved to little kids drawing on the streets, and these are just simplistic chalk drawings photographed by Helen Limit, a photographer in the 1930s, but it kind of birthed a new generation of street artists to come to life. The real start of the first form of graffiti, however, was by this man nicknamed Cornbird. His real name was Gerald McRae. And essentially what happened was, it's kind of ironic, but the idea is he liked a girl, and he started tagging his hometown in Philadelphia with the phrase, "Cornbread loves Cynthia," Cynthia being his junior high school crush. And he was nicknamed again as the world's first writer just because with this initiation of this tagging, he finally made the first step towards street art. Again, the idea of tagging was really to make someone's mark on a pavement or on a wall, and it allowed people to initiate their own form of self-expression. It really expanded when artists and art museums started to recognize the idea that people were trying to extract this form of self-expression across the world. So with people such as Jean-Michel Basquiat, basically what he did was incorporate his poetry and emotion along with his artistic pieces. And it allowed him to be recognized by art museums, and he even got to work with Andy Warhol in his time period. So more than just being discredited for the fact that he was producing art that was only delivered on the streets, it allowed him to be credited for more than that. Now it leads us to where we are today in the 21st century, where street art is more than just capable of just being through graffiti or public art that's commissioned or not commissioned. We can even see the Eastern Oriental Express, which is nicknamed the mobile mural, and essentially what it is like a pathway for people to put up art and put up an artistic form of expression, like on the terrain as we see here. So before we move on, I do want to discuss the idea that a lot of people have this stigma about what graffiti is and how it's distinguished from street art. A lot of people believe that graffiti is rebellious in nature because of the fact that it is illegal in practice. And the fact is that street art is seen as socially acceptable and culturally enriching just because it's more legal in practice, and the fact is that it is commissioned by people who want it to be put up on the walls. Today, I want to disregard this idea and brush away the idea of what this vandalism is, instead to focus on the message that each of these graffiti or street art pieces are bringing to us. So I first want to talk about Yemen. And in Yemen, basically one thing that's really important that's going on is a lot of different social issues are being brought up. And our artist here, Murad Zubey, is one of many graffiti and street artists who are depicting the issues that are here in Yemen. He started this thing called a 12-hour campaign, where essentially he listed 12 different things that are wrong or that are socially unacceptable in Yemen that are occurring. And what he did was kickstart a round of different hours or different phrases that he needed to incorporate into his street art, allowing for people to kind of enrich themselves in terms of understanding what others are going through and also give social awareness back to it. Similarly, artist Skid Robot in LA, as you can see, he's hiding his face because, again, the graffiti that he's producing is not legal, but Skid Robot himself is trying to pursue that same sort of message. He's trying to highlight the homelessness and poverty in LA, and as a graffiti artist, he produces like maybe the dreams near the walls of the homeless or near the walls of the impoverished. He tries to humanize the impact that it's had on the people. And his actions have actually led to a multi-million-dollar plan being put in by the mayor of LA, allowing us to kind of see the capability that artists are able to have and artists are wielding in order to instigate change in our society. So this helps me move on to my next idea that this also goes into more communities than just other types of socially acceptable issues. So one thing is that initially with the LGBTQ community, homophobic art was the one that first made its appearance. And it was for the idea that it wanted to shy away the LGBTQ community from the public eye and push it away. However, it had the complete opposite effect in doing that, when instead queer and LGBT, all their different types of artists started raising their own issues and ideas through their own personal types of street art. It's allowed people to adjust and accept one another for who they are and really realize how they're trying to approach life differently. And the final artist who I want to discuss is Banksy, and he is one of the most relevant artist names of today. The reason being is, despite living in the UK, he's been across the world and has introduced several different types of art pieces that have allowed him to ask thought-provoking questions and provide lessons for the people to learn about. Everything that he's produced has been recognized again by the people and has allowed them to empathize with one another and allow them to learn from them. So, this finally goes into the idea that I am an artist, and there's a reason behind why actually I'm interested in all of these different things. I think that as an artist and having been involved in art for such a long time, since I was a child, it's helped me gain this vision where I believe that with everything that we do or witness, there is a message that goes along with it, whether it is artistic or not. So instead, I actually wanted to talk about the idea that I went to San Francisco lately to discuss what exactly street art means to the people and what the people interpret from street art. And I went to San Francisco and met up with a street artist who was actually painting as I was there. So here's a quick video from when I went there.
As an artist, I believe that this will enhance the neighborhood. It enhances the neighborhood, makes people happy. It's just like when you go to a concert to listen to music.
Yeah.
So the same thing when you see an artist painting, people get happy and their day goes better.
Right.
Their day goes much better.
Right.
So that's the reason I do this, in order to communicate with people and to make people happy. At the same time, I love doing this. This is my main. I think God brought me here to do this. Like I said, the neighborhood improves a lot. I mean, a lot. It brings good vibrations. The people pursue this. They pursue this a lot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. It looks amazing.
Oh, thanks.
You can see people stopping and staring, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the two artists stops what he's doing and starts communicating, because that's what true artist wants to do. If you do it commercially, then it's a whole different ballgame. But I just do this,
for people,
for the people, for the community, and that brings happiness. Like Gandhi said, if you do something wrong, do the opposite. I mean, nobody's perfect, but everybody can do good things.
So essentially what I'm trying to do with that little video clip is that as a street artist himself, more than just doing what he loves and painting on the streets and painting on the walls over there, he really wants to make an impact on the neighborhood that he's in. And he really has, in terms of making people happier, making people enjoy the situation that they're in. So when I was here, I want to just point out that I just viewed San Francisco itself as an artistic hub. On the left, you can see Marvel and DC characters and a mural over there, and on the right, you can see a mural again of just artistic nature of grasses and flowers and butterflies. San Francisco itself has allowed artists to be budding artists and flourish as they are to express themselves in any sort of which way they want to. And I also went on this one street called Clarendon Street, which actually presents several social issues in the form of street art. The street is dedicated to murals and the likes, so it's allowed for people and artists to have an area of creation and allow them to do that for themselves. It's also represented minorities. It's provided a way for people to demand their rights. Art in itself has allowed people to escape the pain and loss and achieve justice. But honestly, most importantly, it's allowed people to achieve some sort of hope again. So I asked you at the beginning what you noticed when you went to San Francisco for the last time, or the last city you've been in. And I'm just asking you again, the next time you go, I want you to act as an historian for a moment. And instead of looking down at your film or walking, take a moment to look up and admire and analyze all that's around you. Just because we are creating pieces on the walls of today for the future to analyze and investigate, just as we do in the past and just as we present for the future right now. Every single art piece has a message within itself. The point is that we just have to look for it. Thank you very much.